aliens still haven't found our planet, right? Well, what if I told you they haven't only found our planet, they are living among us as we speak? Hello Internet, welcome to Conspiracy Theory, the show that keeps you questioning the narrative. Now if you find yourself discussing the topic of aliens with your friends, you're gonna be hearing some different takes, such as, if aliens existed, they would have been seen by now. Aliens exist in this universe, but are too far away to reach us. The nearest inhabitable planet is billions of light years away from us. Now what if I told you these points are biased? They assume aliens are like us and are restricted by the same physical restraints as we are. We are only looking in the observable universe for planets like our own, when aliens may not even need the same planetary conditions to survive. You see, when it comes to science, humans think we have things pretty well sorted out. Gravity is a constant, there will only ever be 118 elements in the periodic table, nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. Right? Nope! Before the age of the internet, where everybody carried portable phones on them at all times, alien technology was considered a hypothetical situation. But just like the lab leak theory, it's not a hypothetical any longer. The problem was, back in the days before smartphones and DSLR cameras, showing proof of extraterrestrial activity was incredibly difficult. This shouldn't come as a surprise, and you may be thinking, hey Matt, I have the newest iPhone, how come I haven't seen an alien yet? Well, to that, I say patience. In the ever-growing world of disclosure, it's only a matter of time. You see, you may not be having much luck getting the perfect alien mugshot, but there's one group that is. That's right, the US military. If you've been paying attention to the news, and I don't just mean InfoWars or that one podcast your uncle's been trying to get you to listen to, but the actual mainstream media, then you've probably seen military officials speaking to Congress about bizarre UFOs they have picked up on their fighter jets' infrared cameras. So folks, it doesn't get much more real than that. But you're probably still thinking, you said at the beginning of this video that aliens are living among us. They've only been seen in the sky. And that's when I'd say strap yourself in, theorists, because you're about to take a wild ride. Remember back to your math class when you were learning about probability? If you don't, there's a high probability you were zoned out thinking about which flavor of Dunkaroos was best. The correct answer is vanilla, but I digress.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
So knowing the military has reported over 400 incidents with UFOs, and it's even admitted to being in possession of UFOs and non-human beings, then the probability of aliens living among us is high. It's like when you find mold on your bread. You can't just cut it off because the mold spore's roots have already worked their way through the entire slice. The chances that we have all this UFO activity on our planet but don't have aliens living among us is so unlikely. I'm talking more unlikely than seeing Bigfoot at the grocery store. And what's to say they haven't been here for ages, and it's only now that we have the sophisticated technology that we can see them. Let's assume aliens are living among us, but just like the lady on the plane, how do we know who is not real? Not from this planet. That, theorists, is where the fun begins. You may not know it, but your brain is very good at noticing physical and behavioral differences in other humans, especially in their faces. We are so good at noticing when our favorite celebrity has had a facelift, or when CGI is used to recreate characters on the big screen. Even subtle things like the way a homeless man walks by you can give you the sense that things aren't quite right. We all have the ability. Now it's time for us to try and consciously use it. An alien living among us isn't going to be able to blend in completely. So it's up to you, theorists, to spot the outliers. It's now time for me to share with you those living among us who I'm almost certain aren't human. And at the top of the list is XQC. His speech pattern is so unique and so different from the usual ways humans communicate that he has to be from another planet.
The problem with this is that no one would fall for this, that it's real.
Next to, no surprise, is Mark Zuckerberg. His robotic movements, the way he drinks water, all really blow his cover. The most damning evidence is what he let slide while giving advice to a high school student.
But it is gonna bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still. But I was just referring to myself in the past. Not that I was not human.
If you have to clarify you're a human, that's a big red flag. So next time you see your coworker acting a little strange, you might just have stumbled upon an interdimensional being from a far away planet. But hey, that's just a theory, a conspiracy theory. Wake up.